Hello, everyone, and welcome to this breaking special report of news. I have unearthed some interesting things and decided to go live to share it. Give me 1 second. I am okay. 1 second, people. Why is that not wanting to work? Come on, connect my mobile camera. Hold on a second. Shit. I'm gonna have to redo this apparently. Shit, not the live, but to be able to show this paper, I've got to use a Manicam, and some reason not wanting to connect to my cell phone. Because I don't want them to say, because this is black and white. What the news is there's been this narrative that I completely myself am responsible for what happened back in January. But reading this report, police officer, if allegedly, from what I'm finding, and from what's stated in this report, is not what I said. And what does it state? It states clearly that the police put down, I said they were live streaming me. And I'd already dealt with them before and told them about these people online. So, yeah, I'm glad that I decided to go look through some old documents and find this. Because we got JM's name outlined and Charlie's in black and white. Yeah, so I don't know what the fuck is going on with this thing. This is pissing me off. There it is. Finally. Alright, it's gonna redo it. This is fucking. I swear, if this thing has a promise, one more has an issue again, we get my money back. Well, what do you know? What the fuck? All right, I got it connected, y'all. Make sure this is set. Transition. Okay. All right. Let me see if I can make this screen bigger. Yeah, there we go. Okay. All right. There we go. All right. On January 6th at 12:57, the Haytop Police Department received a call in reference to Ian Wilson doing drugs and possible overdosing. The caller stated that Wilson was on a YouTube, yeah, it's great spelling, live stream where he was ingesting powder through a straw and then just collapsed, which was untrue. 4 months before this, I did come close to relapsing, but this is not that. So don't get those days confused, people. It's not the same day as the live where they came and just cleared the house and then let me and found and I had the straw. It's not that. I then responded to the address and made contact with Wilson. Now y'all know how I talk. I then explained to Wilson the reason of me being there. Wilson then stated that the Hayti Police Department was streaming live, posing as Hayti PD cybercrimes. That is a misrepresentation of what I said. And then explained to Wilson that I had no idea what he was talking about. Here becomes the crazy narrative. Wilson then stated that all people, not the people I've called them about over and over, but all people apparently was trying to do was get him to do a suicide by cop. And and for some fucking shit that he was not doing, that he was not going peaceably at all. That's not even the phrase in how I said it. He didn't once say in there that I said, I'm afraid, y'all. No, he said that is a complete fucking lie. This is the same thing they did when I made my report about Corey damaging my car. They put in the report the exact opposite of what I fucking said. Well, not opposite. They worded it different. So when I came to court and I made my statement, it was different than the police's statement from that day. This is fucking dirty, y'all. I had never looked at this. When we came, I then asked Wilson what he was talking about. Wilson replied that when we came and tried to arrest him for some part, that he was not going peacefully at all. I then explained Wilson once more. I did not know what he was trying to say. Now, my granddad was there at that time, and he would have been like, not the police. He's talking. This is bullshit. At this point, Officer Hill showed up at my location. Officer Hill, along with myself, walked outside to talk about what was taking place. I then retrieved my cell phone from my vehicle and noticed that I had numerous calls that I had missed on my cell phone. Yeah, I wonder. I then noticed one of the calls was from. Now, how the fuck does he have a cell phone number of a police officer here and I don't? From Sylacauga, Alabama. I then called the number back and made contact with a Mr. Jonathan McRaney that advised he was a EMT and he was watching Ian on live stream and was watching me smoke marijuana, which was true, one after another. I don't know about that. And take an Ativan, which is false. I probably took one dose the whole time I was online. And Subutex. And I probably did take it in my last dose or whatever, Subutex. McRaney advised that Wilson had been up for 10. No, that's not true because they let me take I took a dose of Subutex while I was on the way to the jail. So you see, McRaney advised that Wilson had been up for 10 hours straight live streaming and abusing drugs. I then called back an Arkansas number that had tried to call and made contact with a Mr. Charles Davis that stated that he was a retired fireman from Morrilton, Arkansas, and that he was concerned about a Ian Wilson that was streaming live that lived in Hayti. Oh, what a coincidence. I then asked Davis what was his concerns. Davis stated that Wilson was live streaming and snorting a powdery substance and was talking about killing himself several different times. Lie. I then received a call from dispatch to respond back to 309 because this is when they left into Wilson wanting to speak with an officer. I then arrived and made contact with Wilson where he stated again that they wanted suicide by officer. Yeah, I'm sure I just said they. I then asked Wilson, this is such, I am fucking so mad at this. This ought to have everyone mad. I then asked Wilson just what was he talking about, and Wilson stated that a 5150 would occur. I never said that. I then explained to Wilson that I wasn't aware of a 5150, and he explained that was a suicide by cop. It's so funny. They don't know what a 5150 is, but it's okay. Wilson then stated that he would go to jail or evaluation peaceably. Huh? I thought I said I wasn't going peaceably. Oh, okay. I then asked Wilson if he was talking about shooting me, and Wilson advised, you know what I mean. Holy shit, I can't believe they didn't turn that into. I did not say that. I don't even think he asked me if I was talking about. Why would he be saying I was talking about shooting him? What the fuck, you guys? No wonder it happened. Shit, if I was a prosecutor and I seen all this and this was by an officer that was supposedly telling the whole truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God, I then left the residence and continued to receive calls in reference to Wilson's safety. And yeah, those were calls in reference to you. Yeah, that is bullshit. We'll have here, though, the discharge instructions for where I was at. I want people to look at this principal diagnosis that I've always said I had. No studies pending. And it also says, if you if you have a court hearing, you have the rights jury. Guess what? This is the only time I was an involuntary patient, and it doesn't say commitment anywhere except for this part. If I had had a court hearing and I was a judge that and ordered the more treatment, J.R. Colt, you would be correct. But since I wasn't, you are wrong, you fucking idiot. This is evidence of a fucking, this is evidence of police department putting on the fucking paper what they want to. I'm going to be requesting FOIA body cameras for this interaction, and we're going to see exactly word for word, verbatim, what was said. And if they say they don't have no body camera footage, then you guys already fucking know. This is fucking bullshit. Bull fucking shit. That is not how things happened at all. Did I say that they want, talking about the people online, wanted probably me to be arrested for something and stuff, and that I'm not going to go for something that I didn't do? Yeah, I did say those things, but they did not write them down exactly as said. This report is about as accurate. This report is about as accurate as a fucking middle schooler that never read A Midsummer's Night's Dream, which I have, and know how hard that fucking study and book and report was. This would get a fucking F if it was a book report for accuracy. No fucking wonder they came back. And there your name is, Charles, and Johnny's name, Lion. So what you got to say now, Mr. I ain't have nothing to do with it. 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 Nothing. I just found from looking at this old police report that the police lied that night. No. They put on the report. They put on the report in black and white here that basically that I didn't. They put on the report that I thought the police were the people online. They completely lied to that prosecutor so that they would do that night. They didn't put on there about the people online or nothing. They made it seem like I was a babbling idiot, and I just now seen this. Bunch of bullshit. I ought to have a fucking case. A big ass case. Violation of fucking civil rights. Fucking coming here and not taking down what I say and investigating it. Getting fucking random phone calls from all over people saying I'm online doing stuff from when they've already been here 2-3 times beforehand for the same bullshit and left. Doesn't make fucking sense at all. Not at all. Why be mad about it? Bart, I know you didn't ask that question. I wonder if JM and them had fucking done all that shit to you and police came and you wouldn't be mad about it, Bart? Nothing. No, we need. No, we. I tell you what, though. Are you're leaving now? Okay. Be careful. I should go, but I don't feel like going. I know. I know that. I just got already gone. Didn't get ready. Hold on a second. Yeah, well, what about random people slandering and libel, saying I'm a mental defective and this and that, and I shouldn't be around people in the public or I mean, I'm gonna have to I'm gonna have to get offline, and then all that stuff's gonna be online. And if I forget about it, like everybody says, I guarantee 5, 6 years from now, when I'm going for a job or something, it'll come up and it'll ruin my life. And that's what nobody fucking gets or understands. Nobody understands that fear. Oh yeah. Oh, sure. I could check out and leave and just act like it didn't all exist. Yeah, but just like my grandpa said, who's going to sue a police department? My own lawyer wouldn't even do it because his dad and them used to be on the prosecution side. You're hard pressed to find a fucking attorney who's going to have the balls to fucking sue a city or county or anything. And it is hot in here, Grandpa. Something's wrong with that. It's on 69 that says 87. I told you something's wrong with this thing. It's not because you go in my room, it's a whole different climate. Come here and put your hand in front of this. It's blowing hot. I'm turning it off. It's just blowing hot air out. Yeah, that's not. I know it. Be careful. Lord, he is out of town, out of county, next county up, and that's my lawyer, who's represented me on every case but one. And he told me, even him, that that little 96-hour hold. He said, "Did you go before a judge or anything? Do you got a judge?" No, he said, "Oh," he said, "No." Tell you what, if the man's got respect, I want J.R. Colt to come up on this panel right now. I only want him, and well, anyone that's cool with me, if they wanted to come up and referee or something, you're fine. I want J.R. Colt to come up here right now, dude, because you're either going to retract what you said, or I promise I am going to come after you legally. And the first thing I'm going to start with that is I'm going to start going and raising 9 kinds of hell at the sheriff's department for your video. And I'm not going to raise hell to the point that I'll get arrested. No, I'll be calm. And if they give any attitude, I'll walk on out. I know how to handle myself with them. Only because on January 6th, that was the one fucking day I couldn't handle myself around them hardly because they were fucking being careless, and you people were fucking had me at my wits' end. And I was literally in a fucking fragile state of mind. And then all that shit gets thrown onto me. It ain't no coincidence that I found this because it was buried. It was fucking buried. Lord Ludacris, why was you talking to that fucking Squares Cane Handle account? Who is that? Just know we got our eyes on you, Lord. Live from that day, I don't know. I'll check my StreamYard and see if it goes back to January, but I doubt it does. I'll check my computer. Well, Lord Ludacris, you really gonna say hello back to Square's cane handle? All right, dude. You know, why don't you, I ain't even got time for just don't say anything. I'm about to time you out. Just leave me alone, dude. Oh, I'm freaking hilarious. Yeah. Yeah, I'm freaking hilarious. JR is a fucking bitch ass little pussy if he can't come up on this panel. I'm waiting. I tell you what, Luda, somebody teased you about sticking a fucking cane up your ass, and they got it from this shit and that shit, and so they're gonna do it to your dog and do it to you and everything else, and then you're supposed to be my bud, and I see you in another person's chat who not only isn't moderating the fucking chat, but is letting people in this and square that, and they say hello and you say hello to them. I don't like fucking them people making fun of me in any ways like that. You know why? Because I fucking struggled and couldn't find where I fit in for my career path in life. I couldn't do welding. There's so much shit I couldn't do because of the fucking accident in my back. So no, I don't fucking like people with any names saying hi to them or having them in their chat. Is that clear? JR, you're fucking pussy. You're a pussy bitch. Pussy ass federal fire lines license holding, fucking proudly running background checks for the Workyverse ass punk bitch. And you won't come up here and I'm calling you out? You ain't blocked, bitch. All right, let this stand. You're a bitch, JR. You got punked by a fucking 30-year-old.